Welcome to Muses and Notes. I'm going to be real honest with y'all viewers. I am not entirely sure whether this is episode 0, 1, 2, or what episode we're on. Yesterday I came on this ride. I may or may not be posting that video. Had a little bit of audio difficulties yesterday, and a bit of sequences that I've planned to post these videos might be definitely out of sequence. Also had a trip to Colorado that I mentioned yesterday. But again, I do thank y'all for joining in and for my noob like ways of trying to get all of this sorted out. But again, this is Muses and Notes, and my name is Manny. This is my first EV experience. Never had an EV before. Had a 2014 Toyota Corolla up until December 2024 when I took delivery of this technically um, 2025 Model Y dual motor, I should say, long range vehicle. So I figured, hey, let's go ahead and try this. I'm a huge fan of other podcasts. Won't make mention of them right now. Wouldn't want to get anybody upset, but maybe as the channel evolves, we'll make some mention there of other amazing EV channels with a load of content, detailed info that, in all honesty, inspired me to get started on something like this. But the theme of my EV channel will be pretty much anything, right? From my journey, my family's journey, my family's journey on EV ownership, um, full self-driving, and all sorts of other muses that I may have. I quite often I'm the type of individual to go down a rabbit hole and get a rant started. So you may most certainly have those types of videos out there. But again, just an EV journey, family EV journey. Manny, again, although she's not with me and my son's not with me, I have my wife, Jessica, and my son, 7-year-old son, Stephen. I love them with everything that I have. Uh, but again, we'll also have their experiences in our Tesla Model Y. Right now, I am heading over a short, about 15-20 minute drive to Castroville, Texas. A nice little regional park that I like walking a few miles there. So, yeah, have y'all along for the ride. Right now, I am on full self driving. I really love full self driving. A couple of different things that I want to mention before I forget. Okay, so right here, construction area, right? We're having a data center being built to the left, but you'll notice that there's a lot of signages, right? Road work ahead. You'll also notice after this turn, we're going to come up against the turn here, stoplight, and then we'll be making a left, right? You'll notice that the speed limit, you'll get a brief glimpse of it, 60 miles an hour before the work zone indicates 40 miles an hour, a switch, right, in mileage and speed limit. Um, Sometimes full self-driving isn't entirely um, good with picking up well, it's 65 now that I'm taking a glance at it, picking up that initial 65. So you'll notice right now it says 55 on the screen. We are just about to pass up, and actually it picked it up on my way back. We'll go ahead and do that attempt again, and you'll notice that there is a 45 mile an hour. Really great at picking up this one. Bam, 45 miles an hour. I don't know if it's because of the bad, poor signage, right? After we get through the construction zone, um, it's 65, but it doesn't go 65 miles an hour. Nice little hack that I do as I watch. We're gonna come to the end of it, right there to the right, and road work. So my thoughts would be, hey, 65. Let's go 65. And with the offset, it's not, you know, following the 45-mile-an-hour zone. It's going 59 miles an hour. But one would think like, hey, that speed limit would be updated. It does not. Here's another end work zone. Let's see if it picks it up anytime soon. I'm going to give it a few more seconds just to get clear. There's no other signage for miles. I think that's the only signage that we have until we hit the main highway from here, long stretch, about maybe about 4 miles, 5 miles stretch before we hit the highway. But nope, nothing. What I like doing, hit or miss, right? I give the accelerator a nice little nudge. I stay on it until it maybe hits 65. Get that nice little message, and there it is. I don't know if anybody caught it out there, but it went from 45 miles an hour to 65 miles an hour, as if though it magically, I don't know, I'm using the word magically because I have no other earthly way of explaining how all of a sudden, with my nudge on the accelerator, it decided that, hey, in fact, it is 65 miles an hour. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that out there. I would definitely like to hear comments. Rural area, of course, right? So maybe this is a issue unique to rural areas, and maybe more than anything, right? Construction zones. I When we ended up going on a trip to Colorado, that's one of the things me and Jessica we're discussing, we're talking about, right? Full self-driving about 90-95% of the time. We ended up stopping off around New Mexico, and there was a lot of construction. It seemed like full self-driving definitely did not like the construction, and was rather confused at where to go. So I had to take over for a good, maybe 10 minutes of that trip to get us out of that construction zone and get us back to the path. We were lost for a few minutes because, again, full self driving didn't know the clear path. And of course, us being from a new area, weren't entirely too sure where we needed to go. Um, Jessica, interestingly enough, said that I seemed pretty poised and found my way pretty quickly. Didn't have any issues with it. I told her later on, I'm like, oh, now I was as lost and confused as full self driving was. Kind of worried there for a moment to see whether or not I was going to get on the right path to continue our trip. But yeah, construction zones, that's my main takeaway here, right? We have issues with full self-driving has issues with construction zones. I try to give it an opportunity to do its thing, but I find myself more often than not taking over and driving. But full self-driving sure has changed our lives here. 55 now down to 45, and yep, picks it up pretty quickly. There are two zones, right? Coming from my home over here and then from the park back home, two zones that I experience a little bit of inconsistencies with speed limit, with the recognition of the speed limit. Again, I know the full self driving isn't perfect, but my gosh, over the past few months, I've gotten a few past few months of ownership. Again, December, took delivery in December. Uh, had a few different updates, and it's just for full self driving. it's just gotten better and better. I have really been astounded at how spot on it is, and how little I do have to take over. Um, oh, actually, you know what? Maybe three zones, but maybe the third isn't an issue on my trip to the park. The issue that you may see has more to do with the layout of um, just the roads here in the small town of Castroville. Have a nice little Dodge Dually here overtaking me. Does a good job of taking that yellow. But you'll notice there is going to be a light upcoming, and my turn is just, as you can see on the map, slightly past that light. Uh, but still makes me cautious. The first time I took this left, or full self driving took this left, I was a bit scared and wondering, what is it doing? Let's see if y'all notice this. After this, you'll notice it goes into the lane. Now, the horrible thing about this is that there is the ability to give oncoming traffic the opportunity of making a turn there with a little real estate. So I think more than anything, it is just the bad layout of that particular section. I had no trouble there, as you could see. Um, Another thing that's also really interests me with the ownership of this Tesla is the efficiency game. I most certainly have started to love trying to be as efficient as possible with this vehicle, get the maximum amount of range that I can. A little bit of background, it came with Aero wheels, the 19-inch. I swapped those Aero wheels out for a little more stylish Aero wheels, caps, and it took my initial range was 311. I don't think I ever got 311. I ended up getting 308 on a full charge. And as of now, maybe because of the wheels themselves, I am at 300. And of course, there's battery degradation, things of that sort. I try to keep um, my tires properly filled with 42 psi's. So there's that. But again, I'm trying to be as efficient as possible in this trip, full self driving on standard mode. 212 watts per mile, a little over 4 miles per kilowatt. Let's see, and here is the park, as I mentioned yesterday, whether you see that video or not. A little bit of construction. I guess they are remodeling, rebuilding the pool section, the pool area. Hopefully, there is an expansion to it. Would love to bring Steven over to check that out. Nice quiet park. Nice quiet park over here. So quiet that I didn't even catch on to those prompts from the Model Y. Mm, I like parking a little closer to the trail, the walking trail. There's one section of the walking trail, but there's another section of the walking trail. Oh, look at the cute doggies. Please don't kill. Don't run over any doggies. That wouldn't be a good thing. Adorable little doggies. In 500 feet, you will arrive at your destination. I'm going to go ahead and take over. Um, my stop is actually up ahead. And one thing that I've noticed, I don't know if I'm looking through my rear view mirror here on the side view mirror, and then rear view mirror. Every time I come, there is a black Lexus. Now turn left. She is a nice lady. Uh, Goes on pretty lengthy jogs. I mean, she is fit beyond fit. Kudos to her. Uh, in all of the miles she gets in. But I'm at this around this time is where I kind of run into her. Never actually had the opportunity of talking to her, but she seems really nice. Maybe one of these days I will, but maybe I don't want to disturb her. Um, as she is here for a purpose, as am I. A nice couple of miles of walking here. Try not to hit these rocks and be too distracted. Oh, I'm getting really close. As you can tell, it's a muddy day. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the video for now. This may actually be the end of the first video. Again, just a few observations, right? This is what this channel is about. Uh, EV journey, family EV journey. And you'll hear me and my wife, my family, discuss a range of things. So yeah, I definitely thank you for viewing. Please hit that subscribe button and join me again soon as we go down the EV rabbit hole. Bye, y'all.